Hello, welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we are going to do a 15-minute reading with I don't think I ever gave this deck a name, but it's just emotions. It's the emotions deck with but kind of sort of like playing cards kind of thing. But yeah, we're going to get started by cleansing the space and the energy. So if you have headphones in, you might want to turn them down to protect your eardrums. Okay, so let's see what comes out for you. We have happy with the 6 of diamonds, which is the 6 of pentacles. Shy with the the 9 of spades, which is the 9 of swords. Love with the queen of diamonds, which is the queen of pentacles. Dizzy, I said dizzy, dazed. With the 10 of hearts, which is 10 of cups. And then we have sad with the 4 of pentacles. And then we have smugged reverse with the 3 of pentacles. Okay. So the opposite of smug is being modest, modest and unsure. Like, but then ties to the whole shy. Like, they're just a little bit unsure where things are coming from or happening or what's going on, or even you. Because with the whole like Queen of Pentacles here is only like one person, and yeah, I believe like the viewer was coming out as the Queen of Pentacles a lot, and especially here where it has love, like, because I was like right now it's more so like the Queen of Cups that you keep coming up as, or showing up, but it's still talking about like the very loving and caring and nurturing quality that you have, but it's very grounding and stable as well. But with the Queen of Cups is more so talking about like your intuitive or your intuition becoming a lot, maybe trusting it more, becoming a lot more creative a little bit, or finding new ways to express yourself. Popped in my head is pottery. I don't know, maybe you are sculpting something, making a pot, painting pots. That's kind of cool. Not necessarily pots, but you know, like the you know, you can like paint a cup. You can like paint a lot of different things. You know the places, right? Is it a pottery barn? But you get it. You might be enjoying that, or like painting, watching shows, writing plays, watching plays. Like, there's so many ways that you're finding that you actually like love. You might be with the shy, might be a little bit reserved about it. Don't really, especially with the modest, you don't really tell a lot of people about it or talk about it a lot, because you might feel a little bit like, or like shy, but like, I won't say embarrassed by it. You might think not a lot of people like it or appreciate it as much as you do, but I want to say, like, they create, like, whatever you like, you can find a lot, like, something, like another video to it, right? You can find either a book to it or a movie to it, right? They write things because they know, like, there's a niche for it. So you probably didn't find your own, like, probably didn't find, like, a person that you can feel like comfortable talking to them about it, or like your own little community, but it is out there. I want to say that. Oh, but then with that, what popped in my head, I don't know if you ever watched Shits and Gigs, but like there was a time where James, who is one of the co-hosts, he was doing like this whole like giving like the like people that actually like participate in the making of like Shits and Gigs, like giving them like props and giving them flowers. And Rem, who I think is their never mind. But Rem, James basically covers. I think he's like the computer person, but then I think that's Ellis. So I don't know exactly. Or no, or Ellis edits the videos, and Rem is actually the computer person. Either way, where James, right, his whole background is like half Trinidadian and half Irish kind of thing. So, and then he's in England, where there's certain things that where England was into, like he wasn't necessarily into, like he was into like basketball and stuff like that. Well, Americanized basketball, not their basketball, not like really football, well, soccer. I just realized, okay, British football, American soccer. And where like he had certain friends and they was more so like listening to like rap or like drill music, so he couldn't really talk to them about like Paramore or I think he said like Nirvana and stuff like that, until he met Rem, who is also like was into the same thing that he was into and stuff like that, and basically realize and make him feel like he's not alone kind of thing. Like, and it's basically like he felt seen with like this friend and kind of thing. And then even like them working out and stuff together, they had like a lot in common, that he once felt like he was very odd or like by himself because like the friends that he had around him for a very long time weren't into the things that he was into, so he felt like he had to hide a certain part of himself, where now he can be himself and embrace himself and accept himself for who he is. Like he has multifaceted to himself, and it's fine and it's okay. Like y'all see my music, it's all over the damn place. One minute we out here thugging, next minute we sad, and then I got some old shit in there, then we have some reggae. Like it's a lot, okay? But it's okay. And then, or even like you watch anime, and maybe it's also like within that there's you know, there's a lot of division. Like, oh, do you watch subbed or do you watch dubbed? And I don't care, as long as I really don't. I watch dubbed, and I'm not afraid to see it, okay? But then I also will watch K-dramas. So it's just like, do you watch that? No? Sit down. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. And sometimes the live actions, well, not the remake of like certain animes, I don't watch those, but like actual like live action like K-dramas, or even there was one that I was watching that was from Thailand, but I don't really know what to call that because it's not K, because it's not Korean, you know. So Asian drama, I'm just going, sorry. And where some people, that might be weird to them because they more so will like to watch things that reflect them, right? But like, I'm not Asian, but yeah, I will watch these shows and I would appreciate these shows and like kind of sort of understand them. And it's like, because sometimes oppression is the same thing everywhere. Like it's low-key got dark, but like a struggle is a struggle everywhere kind of thing. It really doesn't matter the race, color, what it is. Like a struggle is a struggle everywhere. And it's more so like even the person that's like a book, the author of a book, they're not doing it for like only their race and their gender. They're doing it for like a lot of people, like a range of people. And it's like you're taking a trip with their like imagination or into like their little like fantasy world that they're creating. And some people can appreciate their like that little creativity and the imagination that they have created. And that's what I'm gonna say. That's kind of just like a ramble, and you're probably like, how does all tie to their feelings? But because with that side, it's like saying like you want to be able to share with people, but you can't. But then ties. It was a scene from Ted. I was gonna say Todd. I really don't. BoJack Horseman. Todd. From Ted, where like he was home, right, and there was something like exciting happened on the TV, and he was like, oh, I want to tell somebody. He was like, no, this would be my moment. And it's like you will have those moments when you want to share it with somebody and you want to tell somebody, but you don't necessarily have anybody to tell because they might not really be into the same thing. So you pretty much, just keep it to yourself. And right, because if you like all the diamonds is like basically the pentacles. There's 6 of pentacles, 4 of pentacles, and 3 of pentacles. That's 7, 6, 13, and that will be the 10 of pentacles, or something that's supposed to lead to like generational wealth, or like something very like long term. Based on like 3, like a lot of like the collaborating with people and finding your team in a community that there's like equal balance and give and take, and because that ties to the 6 of pentacles. So where right now you feel like you have to hold certain parts of yourself back, like I said with James, and you can't fully be yourself, there's gonna be like a person or even a group of people where you can be like all like your complete self with, and they will accept you and love you and embrace you for who you are. Oh, now it popped in my head. If you haven't watched Shrek, please grow up. It's like 4 of them out there. Okay? Like it's come on. But I'm talking about the first one where Shrek was like ogres have layers and kind of thing, but he was like pushing people away because they never like took the time out to actually get to know him and realize like he is very caring, he is very kind, he is like smart kind of thing. He's a good chef, okay? Like he could do certain things. And then with Fiona, right, where Shrek loved her regardless of basically like her, who she was during the day and who she was like at night. He loved her for her. Like it didn't matter like if she was an ogre or she was a person. He loved like her. Which then I know that could be like, oh, the poly, like, then it's like, yeah, that was basically what pansexuals, like I said, pansexuals are talking about. Like they don't really care of like your gender or your parts, right? They're more so as like you as a person. They like you as a person. They don't really care like you a dude, you're she's a dude, he's a dude. They don't really care. It's just like, like I said, who you are as a person, your personality, your vibe, your stuff like that. How you carry yourself. And you might be with the 9 of Swords, might be like in your head a little bit, or second guessing, a little bit hesitant. Because like with some like out of like insecurities, being a little bit intimidated, and that's a little bit normal when you're trying something new. So I would say like to give yourself credit for, one, trying something new, two, paying attention to your feelings to know, like, hey, this is something new that I'm trying. I'm going to do my best. But I will need to take it slow and, like, take it, like, step by step. Because this talks, based on, but, like, having, like, respect for something that it might, like, intimidate you or, like, terrify you, kind of thing. So you become a little bit, like, reserved, shy, and, like, pulled back. But you are very excited, kind of thing. But you don't want to, like, overdo it. And but the shy and sad, it's just like you might get in your head a little bit, and then that, like, kind of sort of holds you back. But, you know, give yourself a little deep breath, and then be like, okay, get your emotions under control, and, you know, step out. Because it's basically like there's excitement, there's love, and there's respect, which is why you might come off as shy. And then it's like you're sad because you want to express, like, this happiness that you're feeling, but you don't want to scare them off or come off too strong. And with what I want to say, with your actual tribe or your people and stuff like that, and your person, you will never be too much or come off too strong, kind of thing. Right. Now, close enough with the angels, we have the 10 of Cups with the God, Master of the universe, with divine warrior, and confines the wicked and brings victory and peace. And we have that here. Right? And you're happy. You're giving to your happiness. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles with God's hearing, lamentations, which is a sorrowful cry, with mental forces and protection against sorrow and illness, which is kind of sort of what I was talking about or touching on with the 9 of Swords, with the being in your head kind of thing. And then we have the Ace of Cups with God, the kingdom of heaven, with rejuvenation, obtaining the mercies of God, and give long life. Also, it's important to accept yourself. If you don't accept yourself, then you will kind of sort of like hide certain parts of yourself. Like with Fiona, she hid the fact that she was an ogre because she felt like she was ugly, and then to like the end of the movie, and like Shrek was like, I don't, like, you already been beautiful. You've been beautiful the whole time. Like, it didn't matter like what body she was in, kind of thing. Right? Then we have the angel of family. Yeah, it's like your soul tribe or your soul family and stuff like that. And then we have the angel of release and the angel of stress. There's not really much I wanted to add. But the stress here, like I said, is more so like the sadness and the stress that's here is because you want to express fully be yourself, and you feel like you can't. But then, or you feel like you can't right now. And again, I'm gonna like reference James and Rem. Like, there's gonna be a person like where I think he met, like they said, like they met each other all in like college. So like James went through like elementary school, middle school, high school, basically like having to shield a certain part of himself from like his actual friends until like college, when he was fully able to embrace himself and grow and mature and become like kind of sort of the person that he is today. And So if you're thinking that you're going to be alone, that's not necessarily the case. Also, just realize the 10 of cups, right? 10's always sort of like an ending, right? And then we have the ace of cups, which is the beginning. So, and then we have release here. So like you're releasing all these burdens and like the things that used to make you sad, like having to hide certain parts of yourself and certain aspects of yourself. And then what's starting is you're starting to embrace the things that you enjoy and not being ashamed of it. If it's anime, cosplay, maybe it's classical music, maybe it's K-pop, whatever it is, there's no reason to be ashamed of it. You're not the only one that likes it, you know? So it's whatever, you know? Especially if it's K-pop, they got 5,000. I said 5,000. They get like, they have concerts and stuff like that. Like you're not the only one that likes it or enjoys it. There's other people too. And to reference Ted and that show where Johnny, I think that's his name, right? He was like he's the only like version left in school, but then he made a whole speech and then tried to like figure out who else, and it's like nobody else raised their hand, so he just assumed it was him. But it was like there was other people out, like other versions out there that just didn't have the balls or the courage, the confidence or the courage to like say like, yeah, me, hot, like kind of thing. But also with that like you're not label, like the stress of labels and trying to like fit in a box, you're pretty much releasing that and just being who you are, and just like it is what it is. Because but people, like some people trying to put you in a box, and trying to put you in a box that you don't necessarily like fit in. And I also want to say, like, over time, that changes. Like, your personality don't really change, like, make a drastic change that much. Well, sometimes. But it depends on, like, relationships, connections, and, like, certain events. But if you take a personality test, like, after every breakup, but, like, in the beginning of a relationship, and like you might see like slight changes kind of thing. You might still be a certain letter, but like a letter might still be like let's say I forgot the whole shit, but like it might still be in the same realm, but like something might change or like it slightly move a little bit, and that's fine and that's okay. Now sometimes a certain relationship changes our personality for like drastically. So one day you might be a bubbly person, next now you out here sunshines and rainbows and went away, like you just dark and gloom, and it's like whoa, like but sometimes it balances out, okay? So it all depends on what you want, what you're looking for. But yeah, that's all I see for this reading. If you like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, see you next time. Bye.